Hey fellas, it's Chris Sork here to review the K-State Texas A&M game. K-State ended up getting the victory, 44-30 over the Aggies. Wasn't a very pretty game for the Cats, but before I get into that, I'll just start off with the scoring summary. Josh Freeman ran in from 12 yards, his first of 4 touchdowns on the day on the ground. 7-0 K-State. A Bullock field goal for the Aggies made it 7-3 at the end of one. Courtney Herndon returned a block punt in, 13-3 Cats after a missed extra point by Rossman. Logan Dole found the end zone for the Cats, making it 20-3. Then Josh Freeman ran in from 11 yards out to make it 27-3 K-State over the Aggies. Javorsky Lane pounded it in from 1 yard out to have the lead at 27-10 going into halftime. Midway through the third quarter, Brooks Rossman knocked in a 49-yard field goal, making the score 30-10 K-State. Gerard Johnson ran in 5 yards to make the score 30-16 K-State. In the fourth quarter, Josh Freeman ran in from 1 yard out, making it 37-16. Goodson hauled in a 23-yard pass from Johnson. Josh Freeman then answered on the next drive and kept it in from 4 yards out, making it 44-23. And then Ryan Tannehill caught a 55-yard touchdown pass from Johnson with 31 seconds left to end out the score, 44-30. The Cats needed a victory and they got it. Wasn't pretty, like I said earlier. K-State gave up 544 yards total offense. I'll let that sink in for a while, but passing yards gave up 419 and gave up 125 on the ground. Texas A&M they're not a very good running team. Only got 3.8 yards per rush, but they just couldn't get anything going on the ground, which was, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, it's a positive, but we absolutely got torched by Gerard Johnson, who threw for 419 yards, and as a freshman, that's inexcusable. I'm sorry. Josh Freeman was the bright spot for K-State, 21 for 26, 234 yards passing. Logan Dole led the Cats on the ground with 115 yards. Josh Freeman was second in rushing with 18 carries for 95 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Josh is not only doing it in the air, but he's doing it on the ground. He's really carrying this team right now. Great to see out of him. He's really developed his game to where not only can he beat you with his arm, but he can beat you with his legs. Aubrey Quarles was the high yardage man for the Cats receiving. The special teams was a good deal for K-State. They got that block punt as Courtney Herndon ran it in from 10 yards out and that gave the Cats some momentum. And they kept on giving it back to Texas A&M throughout the game, especially in the fourth quarter. When you have less than a minute 30 left to go, and you let the other team score on you, just move the ball down on you, 45 seconds. I mean, you got to show some backbone for the defense, and they're just not doing that right now. K-State turned it over once. Freeman fumbled it. Texas A&M only turned it over once off of lost fumble as well. Time of possession, K-State held a 5-minute lead. So, pretty much even stats, really, except the total yardage where they outgained us almost by 100 yards. But at the end of the day, the Cats needed the win, and they got it. Defense is still awful. We're going to have to improve. If this team's going to go anywhere, if we're going to make a run at the North, which I never thought we would be able to, but with Missouri going down, and there's a possibility that maybe we can do some things here. Maybe not win the North, but finish a lot higher than I expected. So with that being said, I'm going to send it over to Winters here, and I'm going to get his thoughts.
Thanks, Sork. Now, the defense, like Sork said, was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, Texas A&M has 2 great backs. Mike Goodson, and Jaworski Lane. We're lucky we only gave up 100 yards rushing to them, but of course we gave up 400 yards passing to a freshman quarterback in Gerard Johnson. Now this is the first time Texas A&M has had a quarterback throw for over 400 yards. It's pretty remarkable, and unfortunately it happens to us. But of course, if without Josh Freeman, like Sork said, this team would be nowhere. We might have a run for the North. I don't know. I kind of hope we don't. Not because I don't want them to win. I just don't want Ron Prince. The direction we're going right now, it's just going to go. We'll just keep going downhill. There's really no going up with him right now. His recruiting is terrible. He's a terrible coach. We have a terrible defensive coordinator. We've got terrible defensive players, with the exception of maybe Brandon Harold and Josh Moore. It's a mess. The defense is a mess. The offense is great. The offense is good. Like I said, without Josh Freeman, this team would definitely not be 4-2. Only 2 more games to be bowl eligible. I think we could win against Colorado if Rodney Stewart doesn't run for 250 yards. Very talented back, Sproles-like. Should watch out for him. We're probably going to make Cody Hawkins look like one of the best quarterbacks in the Big 12. And it's going to be interesting to see what the Cats' defense can do. Hopefully we can win this game. I want to go to a bowl game, but I think it's either a bowl game, that'd make me happy, Gary Patterson, that'd make me happy, Terry Bowden, that'd make me happy. Really, either of Bowden's right now. But that's about all I have to say. Go Cats. Once again, they beat Texas A&M 44-30. The defense was terrible, but luckily we got a special teams touchdown, a fumble, and without that, we definitely lose. Thank you for watching our video. This is Sork and Winters here, signing out.